What's up, team? I'm Mike Peterson. Welcome to my podcast.
If you want to be happy in life, take the blinders off. Look at all the blessings and all the good things that are within you. Acknowledge them, embrace them, enjoy them. You see, our problem is sometimes we are so worried about what's around us that we forget about what's in us. And the problem is we can't control what's around us. We can't control the weather. We can't control what goes on at our job at times, what goes on at school, what goes on with our friends and what they think and how they feel. But we can control us. And what I have realized is the value is within you. And the minute you start understanding just how valuable you are, the minute you stop taking your blessings and your gifts and your talents and your strengths and comparing them to someone else and saying that they don't measure up, the minute you stop that, the stronger you become. I've never seen a race where the runner looked first to watch his opponent start. And once he started, decided, okay, I can do this. You see, a real runner, a real sprinter, once that gun goes off, they take off. They're not worried about who's to the left or to the right. Why? Because they focus on the finish line. When I ran hurdles in high school and college, when I first started, I was not that good. And I would look over at the hurdle and try to get over it. And I struggled. And I'd get back in the blocks and I'd start again. I tried to get my lead leg over and whip my trail leg over. And again and again and again, I hit the hurdle. And then Coach JT said to me, he said, Mike, let me ask you a question. What are you looking at? And I said, JT, I'm looking at the hurdle and I'm trying to get over it. And he said, so you're focused on the hurdle? And I said, yes, JT, I'm focused on the hurdle, but for some reason I can't get over it. And JT said, there's your problem. You're focused on the hurdle. Is the hurdle your end destination? And I said, no. He said, what's your destination? And I said, JT, come on, JT. The finish line is my destination. He said, exactly. Then stop focusing on the hurdle and focus on the finish line. So I go back in the blocks again. And JT says, runners to your mark. Runners get set and then go. And I shoot out of that block as fast as I can. And instantly my eyes went to the hurdle. But I adjusted it this time because I knew that this was not where I was supposed to focus. So I instantly went 110 meters down the track and saw the finish line. And that's what I focused on. And I got over the first hurdle, the second hurdle, the third hurdle, all 10 of them. Ran one of the best times I had ever run. And I walked back and JT said, you see my point, Mike? You see, when you focus on the hurdle, when you make the hurdle bigger than what it is, you hit it. But when you focus on the finish line, you'll get through it. Folks, what I want to tell you today is know the hurdles are there. You've prepared for the hurdles. You've worked out. You have trained to get over that hurdle. But when the game starts, when the moment of truth starts, when it's time for you to achieve your goal, do not focus on the hurdle. Focus on the finish line. Focus on where you're going. You'll get over it. And if you hit it, you're going to run through it. Why? Because you're not focused on the hurdle. That's not where you're stopping. When you focus on the finish line, you're running through it. And that's life. There's a reason why the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield in the car. Because you have to focus on where you're going. Not where you've been, not that hurdle, not that adversity, not that challenge, on where you're going. You've prepared to get over that challenge. But if you look at it long enough, it's going to look too big. If you study it hard enough, the valley's going to be too deep. That's why we focus on the finish line, because that's where the victory is. That's what the goal is. I challenge you today, when you get up, go ahead and write your goals down. Your goal in football, that's the end zone. I didn't say write your 100 yards down. Write your goal down. Focus on that. And I promise you, you will keep knocking down giants. You'll have a good day.